जय श्री जगन्नाथ। तो आज यूट्यूब क्लास को स्वागत। तो आज आम गोटे सुंदर विषय डिस्कसन करवा जहाँकि ग्रामर गोटे इंटीग्रल पार्ट कहले अत्युक्ति हेब नहीं। तो से सुंदर विषय हूँ सेंटेंस। So in this class we are supposed to have a discussion about the comprehensive aspect of sentence. What is sentence? The concept of sentence, the parts of sentence, the patterns of sentence, and the types of sentence. So we'll take a comprehensive analysis and synthesis of sentence. So let me discuss first what is sentence. Generally, the answer will be that a sentence is a group of words giving a complete expression. This is the general definition given by the grammarians. In addition to that, also we can make another definition, a comprehensive definition of sentence, that a sentence is a group of words having proper capitalization, punctuation, and all fulfilling the subject-verb agreement, and finally giving a complete thought. So what I mean? Sentence is a group of words having proper capitalization, punctuation, subject-verb agreement, and finally giving a complete expression or complete thought. This is the comprehensive definition of sentence. Let's come to the parts of sentence. Sentence has basically two parts, subject part and predicate part. Now question arises in our mind, what comes in the subject part? In the subject part, basically it includes a single noun or a noun phrase or a pronoun or a noun or a clause. So what are the included in the subject part? A single noun, a noun phrase, a pronoun or a clause. Example, single noun example. He is a teacher. Ram is a teacher. So here single noun is the head of the sentence, Ram. This is coming under subject part. Then pronoun, he is a teacher. So he is a pronoun. So in this sentence, he is the pronoun. Then noun phrase. The beautiful tree is standing on the roadside. The beautiful tree is standing on the roadside. So the beautiful tree is the noun phrase. When the single noun or the head noun is followed by a group of words, that is called noun phrase. Then sometimes also the clause also becomes the subject of the sentence. An example I am giving, whatever you say is true. So here the subject is whatever you say. So clause also comes under the subject. Then the question arises, what comes in the predicate part? Excluding the subject part, whatever comes, that is predicate part. But how can we identify that? See, subject, already in the definition I have said, sentence includes subject-verb agreement. That means verb is the most important aspect of the subject. So where the verb of the sentence begins, from that portion the predicate part starts. That means in the subject part, noun, pronoun, noun phrase or a clause, it comes, and from the verb portion the remaining part is called predicate part. So this is about the parts of sentence. Then let's jump over to patterns of sentence. In order to construct sentences, we must have a clear idea what are the patterns of sentence. The first pattern of sentence is SV pattern. SV, S stands for subject, V stands for verb. There are examples like wind blows, time flows, the sun rises, Mr. Sinha goes, cow grazes, the star dazzles. So subject, only subject is there and verb is there. This is called SV pattern. Then SVO pattern. SVO pattern means subject, verb and a single object is there. There are two types of object. One is direct object, one is indirect object. What is direct object? You know, direct object is what of the verb and indirect object is whom of the verb. If in the sentence the answer is coming under what, that is what of the verb, that is called direct object. Example, he gave a flower. Siddella, what of the verb? Kon della, a flower. So what of the verb answer direct object. and whom of the verb जदि हम तदे ऐड करिवा he gave me a flower तो काहा को देला whom of the verb ना मते देला कौन देला ना flower देला so what रे आंसर हेले direct object whom रे आंसर हेले indirect object and indirect object always refers to a person कारण काहा को कहले गोटे पर्सन को ही रेफर करिवो तो जदि गोटे ऑब्जेक्ट रहइबो हमें ताकू सेंटेंस पैटर्न कोन कहबा एसवीओ पैटर्न से डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट हो कि इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट हो तो गोटे एग्जांपल लबा सपोज ही गेव ए फ्लावर दिस इज एसवीओ पैटर्न गोटे इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट भी रखिबा आई लाइक हिम आई इज द सब्जेक्ट लाइक इज द वर्ब काहा को बोल पसंद करेमु आई लाइक हिम तो एटा एसवीओ पैटर्न तो दीटा का ऑब्जेक्ट आसी जाउछन्दी ताले एसवीओ पैटर्न दैट मींस डबल ओ he gave me a flower means indirect object and a flower is direct objects so both objects are available in the sentence this is SVO pattern then SVC pattern subject verb complement complement grammatically complement means which completes the sentence that is called complement the complement बोलिए हमें क्यों जानिबा ना what or whom रे आंसर होबनी और remaining WH words रे आंसर हो तो ताले सेटा वो कॉम्प्लीमेंट जतिंती जेमति मु कहली कि ही गेव ए फ्लावर से कोन देला तो सेठी हम जानले फुल कोन रे आंसर देला पुलिसटा हे गला ऑब्जेक्ट तो जदि अलग डब्ल्यूएच वर्ड्स रे हबा आंसर फॉर एग्जांपल ही रीच्ड होम से घरे पहुंचले ही होचे सब्जेक्ट रीच्ड होचे पहुंचले केउंठी पहुंचले दैट वेयर ऑफ द वर्ब तो एठी होम टा हबो कॉम्प्लीमेंट द कॉम्प्लीमेंट which completes the sentence and complement of is of various types it may be noun complement it may be an adverb complement it may be a prepositional complement it may be adjective complement for example he is sensitive this is adjective complement noun complement he is a teacher this is noun complement because teacher is a noun then adverb complement he teaches nicely is an adverb so there are so many types of complements तो अलग डब्ल्यूएच वर्ड से आंसर हेले हमरा कॉम्प्लीमेंट हबो एवं यदि सेंटेंस से केवल बी वर्ब थिबो सेति मेन वर्ब नथिबो से सेंटेंस रे ताले बी वर्ब परे ही जहां भी आसी उसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट ही हबो कारण बी वर्ब ऑलवेज टेक्स कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स am I right sometimes already I have told that what of the verb is object sometimes there is a deviation there is a variation there is an exception in which cases if the verb of the sentence is a link verb or sensitive verb then even if the answer is in what but that will be subject verb complement so sensitive verb always takes complements so you have to remember be verb always takes complements sensitive and link verbs always takes complement an example I am giving Anni tastes sweet so taste is a sensitive verb so this is the sweet is complement SVC pattern. So then SVOC pattern. Subject is there, object is there, a verb is there, and object is there, and complement is there. SVOC. An example I am giving. I made him happy. I is the subject, made is the verb, him kahaku object हला. OSVO. तंग कौन कली मु खुशी कली. तो तंगु खुशी अवस्था तक मु नहीं कैसली. I made him happy. SVOC. Another pattern is there adjunct. Adjunct can be SVA, SVOCA, SVCA. Adjunct mostly comes in the end of the sentence. Also sometimes in the middle of the sentence it comes, but in most of the cases adjunct comes at the end. What is adjunct? Adjunct is an extra information. Suppose that information we will exclude from the sentence. Even if we exclude, the sentence is complete. That means adjunct is just an extra. It's a supplementary extension of the sentence. If you are excluding that, the sentence can be complete. So that is an adjunct. So this is how the patterns of sentence. Now let's jump over to the types of sentence. So there is a broad classification of types of sentence. We'll discuss it properly in a sequential, in a step-by-step manner. Basically on the basis of nature of the sentence जदि वाक्य रो स्वरूप को हम एनालिसिस करिबा तले हम तीन प्रकार सेंटेंस पाइबा सिंपल कंपाउंड कॉम्प्लेक्स on the basis of nature not functions I am telling on the basis of nature of the sentence sentences are of three types simple sentence compound sentence complex sentence सरल वाक्य यौगिक वाक्य एवं जटिल वाक्य हम ओडिया में जानि छी तो सरल वाक्य कहले कोन एनालिसिस करिया प्रथमे simple sentence. So what is a simple sentence? Generally the answer is simple sentence is one main clause or one finite clause, or simple sentence is having one subject and one predicate. गोटे subject part रहिबो, गोटे predicate part रहिबो, बा गोटे finite clause रहिबो, बा गोटे main clause. गोटे पूर्ण ओडिया मोटा मोटी भाबरे हम ओडिया रे कहिबा को गले एक पूर्ण वाक्य. सुरेश जड़े भल पिला. सुरेश इज ए गुड बॉय. So this is a simple sentence, one subject one predicate. And finite clause कहीं कह जाउची ना ससीम वाक्य, वाक्य टी संपूर्ण होची, तार सीमा अछि. तो when the sentence is giving a complete meaning, this is finite clause. Main clause कहीं कह जाउची ना main clause stands by itself. Suresh is a good boy. The sentence stands by itself. It doesn't depend on anything. Sentence अपने आप रे ठिया होची, तो ये कहाँ पर depend करू नहीं. So this is simple sentence. The example I have already told. There's some other examples I am telling. The fan is moving, the birds are twittering, you are all studying from me, and Mr. Mohapatra is teaching, the bulb is lightening, the photo is on the wall. So all these are simple sentences. So only one main clause. Then comes to classification of simple sentence. Simple sentence is further divided into 5. So what are the 5 categories? Declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and optative sentence. So let's go one by one. First one is declarative sentence. Declarative sentence means the sentence which is a declaration. The declaration may be a principle, may be an idea, may be a fact, may be an opinion, whatever it may be a theory, or may be a simple declaration. Declaration is of 2 types, positive and that is assertive and negative. He is a teacher, he is not a teacher. This is declarative sentence. It is a fact. They have a fact to express kurchi. He is a teacher, he is not a teacher. Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. So this is a fact. So that means this is positive sentence. Negative करे वाले कौन है वो? Mr. Narendra Modi is not the President of India. तब इन्हें negative कर देले, not लगा देले. तो declarative sentence 2 types. Then comes to after declarative, interrogative. Interrogative sentence, that is an interrogation, that is an asking a question. Basically it is of 2 types, WH questions and yes no questions. If the sentence begins with auxiliary verbs, that is yes no questions. If the sentence begins with WH words, that is WH questions. So yes no questions begins with auxiliary verbs, because the answer will be only confined within yes or no. Are you a teacher? Yes. Can you play cricket? Yes or no. So all the auxiliaries, if it is in beginning of the sentence and it becomes a question, answer will be yes or no. So it is known as yes no question. And WH questions, WH words, it begins with WH words, but its answer is not confined within yes or no. You have to elaborate something. So by the way, for example, I told you, how do you feel today? I asked you, how do you feel today? You cannot answer in yes or no. You will say that I feel happy, or I feel depressed, or I feel unhappy, whatever it may be. So always we have to elaborate something in case of WH questions. Next comes to imperative sentence. Simple sentence is of 5 types I have already told. Declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, optative. So imperative sentence. Imperative sentence begins with main verb. Mostly the subject you is hidden here. Imperative sentences subject you hidden अछि. तो एटा main verb रो first form में start होछि. केमती? Come here, go there. This is come here means you come here. Go there means you go there. Switch off the fan. That means you switch off the fan. The subject you is hidden. And imperative sentence is also of 3 types. Imperative sentence, positive imperative, negative imperative, and late imperative. Go, come here, this is positive imperative. Don't come here, negative imperative. Don't कहीं चले कारण subject you अच्छी. तो you पकड़े हमें negative कर ले हमें simple present को don't हो. तो don't come here, अब doesn't come here कोई परिवानी की, didn't come here कोई परिवानी. That will be wrong. Don't come here because subject is you. The negative imperative, another is late imperative. Let's come here. So this is late imperative. The imperative sentence is of 3 types. And one thing more we have to learn in this context, that imperative sentence shows variety of senses: command, wish, advise, order, request, suggest, urge, warning. The example I am giving, suppose advice, respect your elders. This is advice. This is expressing advice. Order, switch off the fan. This is order. Request, please give me your pen. This is request. Warning, be our pickpockets. Pocket mark to the sabdan. Warning, don't go there. There is a snake. This is warning. Wish, best of luck. Have a nice day. This is wish. Then also prayer. Have the blessings of God. That is prayer. Next, command. Stand straight. This is a command. Because command is always told in a commanding voice. This is command. Then urge. Marry me, otherwise I'll commit suicide. Suicide. This is an urge. Insist. Suggestion. Suggestion sentence ta sadhananta late start abo. Let's go on a picnic. Chalo on a picnic jiva. This is suggestion. If the sentence begins with late imperative, this becomes a suggestion. So imperative sentence shows command, order, prayer, request, urge, wish, all these things. So I am now giving the clear concept about imperative sentence. Then exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence, that is exclamations. That means we are being wondered. Exclamation means exclamatory sentence express certain exclamations, certain emotional expressions. It happens, it is not in a pre-planned way. It happens spontaneously. स्वतः भाବରେ এটা আসে কাই না আমি একো প্ল্যানিং করি সেন্টেন্স কোনি হঠাৎ আমকো এক্সক্লামেশন আমি শক হো বা ଗୋଟେ सरप्राइज हो বা ଗୋଟେ আমি ইমোশনাল হই যাও তো সেই সময় আমি সেন্টেন্সটা এক্সপ্রেস করু তো আমি প্ল্যানিং ওয়ে এক্সপ্রেস করি পারু না তো সে এক্সক্লামেটরি সেন্টেন্স এক্সাম্পল লউছি wow what a wonderful movie it is, oh, what a beautiful sky it is, what a charismatic beauty of nature it is. So this is about exclamatory sentence. You are in exclamation. This may be sorrowful exclamation. This may be pleasing exclamation. And तो तर construction the structure में केमते सजाड़िबा केमती करिया कोटी what साधारणतः exclamatory sentence begins with the what and how. The what कोटी बसिबा how कोटी बसिबा जति if the suppose I'm going to positive sentence को हम exclamatory रे convert करूचे. He has put on an excellent gold ring. He has put on an excellent gold ring. See, excellent gold ring pindichi. So, but he has put on a very nice, very attractive gold ring. Not excellent. Excellent will not be appropriate here. He has put on a costly gold ring or very attractive gold ring. He has put on a. That means if the noun phrase in the sentence is followed by an article, that in that case, if we are supposed to have exclamation, then we have to use the word what. What a costly gold ring he has put on. And remember one thing, in the exclamatory sentence, subject and verb will be in the last part. That is something about exclamation. Noun phrase will be in the first part, subject and verb will be in the last part. Suppose the noun phrase in the sentence is not followed by an article. In that case, we have to use how. For an example, Virat plays brilliantly. Virat Kohli plays brilliantly. तो एटी a और noun phrase नहीं. तो एटी हमें how लगेगा. How brilliantly Virat plays. How brilliantly Virat plays. This is an exclamation. Am I right? So in exclamation, also your voice should be like that. Your intonation of voice should be in an exclamatory manner. You are expressing an exclamatory sentence. Your intonation should be like that. And by the way, this is about exclamatory sentence. The last one is optative sentence. Optative sentence always begins with may. And optative sentence indicates two things. One is blessing, another is curse. What is blessing, what is curse. Asirpada or abhisap. Example dochi, somebody may start about, may God bless you. It is a blessing. May God bless you, a baby child. Bhagavan tum gote santan diyantu. This is a blessing. Curse, may the thunder fall upon you. Then the Diyanti abhisap tu upre ghadagadi pod. May the thunder fall upon you. May the snake bite you. To the sapakamu. So this is curse. So optative sentence blessing or curse and begins with may. So simple sentences is of 5 types. Already I have told. and I have given clarifications, declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory and optative. Next comes to compound sentence. Sentence on the basis of are of three types: simple, compound, complex. So compound sentence. Compound sentence, already we know that simple sentence is one main clause. In case of compound sentence, there are more than one main clause. So compound sentence is more than one main clause. Gote purna vakya rahibo, adhika purna vakya rahibo. And the compound kemti kariba, connected with a conjunction. Connected with a conjunction, coordinating conjunction. Eka samanvayakari sanjojoko द्वारा हमें sentence को जोड़िबा. Example, मनकर लिखी 5टी 4टा वाक्य लिखी राम भात खाए, राम डाली खाए, राम तरकारी खाए. तो ये सेंटेंस को हमें तीनटा सेंटेंस को हम गोटे वाक्य करिबा राम भात डाली एवं तरकारी खाए. तो एंड कंजंक्शन ने मते जोड़ी देली. तो तीनटा पूर्ण वाक्य को हमें गोटे पूर्ण वाक्य कर देले कनेक्टेड कंजंक्शंस लगे. तो जतबे एक रु अधिक पूर्ण वाक्य को हमें जोड़ी दउछे एवं ता गोटे पूर्ण वाक्य करूछे ताको समन्वयकारी संयोजक करे जोडुछे तो हमें कंपाउंड सेंटेंस बोली कहिबा. सो कंपाउंड सेंटेंस इज वन व्हिच कंबाइन्स मोर देन वन main clause or more than one sentences with the help of coordinating conjunctions. This is the definition of compound sentence. Am I right? And there are so many coordinating conjunctions. Not and तब generally व्यवहार करूँ and, but, so, it, although, though, for, otherwise, or else. There is nevertheless. There are so many conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions. If time permits, we'll take a class on conjunction. By the way, so this is about compound sentence. Another thing we have to know in this context, compound sentence रे दीटा clause अछि. गोटे main clause और coordinate main clause. जो तो coordinate main coordination करा गला सेही पार्ट को coordinate main clause बोली कहबा. जो तो conjunction ता जोड़ा हला सेउटु हमें coordinate main clause बोली कहबा. Let's come to complex sentence, the last one. What is complex? The complex itself indicates complex. That means complex of those we literary analysis kariba tar arth hochi kon jatil. So complex sentence is one, the definition, having main clause and subordinative clause. तो ये गोटे नुआ जिनस आसीगला. सिंपल सेंटेंस रे मेन क्लॉज थिला, कंपाउंड सेंटेंस रे मेन क्लॉज थिला, कि कॉम्प्लेक्स रे गोटे नुआ जिनस एडिशन करा गला. हियर देयर इज मेन क्लॉज एंड देयर इज सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. तो एटी गोटे मेन क्लॉज रहइबो, गोटे कोन दरकार दीटा भी नहीं पारे. तो देयर इज मेन क्लॉज एंड सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज. Main clause rahebo, subordinate clause rahebo. What is the difference between main clause and subordinate clause? Main clause stands by itself. That's why it is called independent clause, principal clause. ता से कहा को सेंटेंस पर डिपेंड करिबोनी. सपोज हम कहबा I am a teacher, एटा गोटे main clause. ये किसी डिपेंड कोन ना ऊपर. तो main clause stands by itself, it is independent. It is known as independent clause or principal clause. But subordinate clause is always dependent. That's why it is known as dependent clause. Okay? Subordinate clause is dependent clause. Main clause is independent clause. Subordinate clause depends upon the main clause. One example दबा better clear हवा पाई. जदि आजी वर्षा हुए मु स्कूल जिबिनी. जदि आजी वर्षा हुए मु स्कूल जिबिनी. तो जदि आजी वर्षा हुए गोटे खंड वाक्य अछि, सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज अछि. मु स्कूल जिबिनी गोटे पूर्ण वाक्य अछि. मु स्कूल जिबिनी जदि हम लिखिबा तारे कोनोसी बा ताले किछि एटा गोटे निर्भर योग्य वाक्य. आदरे किछि हम जोड़ी परिबानी. किंतु जदि आज वर्षा हुए जदि रही जिबा सेंटेंस संपूर्ण होनी. तेणु सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज ता गोटे कंप्लीट एक्सप्रेशन दोनी. तो आमे कोन करिबा सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज ता गोटे रहिबो आ गोटे मेन क्लॉज रहिबो. कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस. इफ इट रेन्स टुडे आई विल नॉट गो टू स्कूल. तो ई कॉन्टेक्स्ट रे आमे कोन जानिबा ना सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज मोस्टली बिगिन्स विथ अ लिंकर. एटा में मन रखिबा. जति कारण में कोन लिंकर स्टार्ट कले. इफ इट रेन्स टुडे, इफ लगैला में subordinate clause mostly begins with a linker. Mostly कहीं कहली ना सब केस रे लिंकर रहिबनी. रिलेटिव क्लॉज रे कते गुडे केस अछि विदाउट लिंकर रे भी हमरो कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस हेई परिबो. वन एग्जांपल दोछि, द प्लेस यू लिव एंड वेयर लगे न लगले भी चलिबो. द प्लेस यू लिव इज अ सैक्रेड प्लेस. तुमे जो जगह रे रहउछो गोटे पवित्र स्थान. हम भारत वर्ष एक पवित्र स्थान. पुण्य भूमि त्वया हिंदू भूमि पुण्यम सुखम वर्धितोहम. तो पुण्य भूमि, the place you live, that is गोटे लिंकर विह अछि where you live. तो बिना लिंकर रे भी कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस होछि, किंतु मोस्टली गोटे लिंकर रहिबो. साधारणतः सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज begins with a linker and main clause is independent. It doesn't require any linkers, any connectors. They are known as linkers, connectors, coordinators. संयोजन करछन ना. So this is about complex sentence, and I hope whatever I have discussed in this class must be understandable to you. Suppose any ambiguities, confusions, dilemmas, any chaos being created in your mind, you can give in your comments, that I'll see and I'll rectify it and I'll try to improvise it, and I'll give some more information to you in the next class. So in this class, in a nutshell, we have discussed what is sentence, the types of sentence, the parts of sentence, the patterns of sentence. We have discussed everything. I hope everything fine. That's all. Thank you. Jai Sri Jagannath.